Hardrock recently released his newest and most anticipated album, One of One. Hardrock, when teasing this album, sort of came out of hiding suddenly and on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and said that he's dropping that next Friday. Nonetheless, Hardrock, after a lot of talk about him and growing on social media and with music over the past year, the talk around Hardrock before this project was that he apparently is being managed by Ian Connor, who helped Playboi Carti get seen and eventually signed by A$AP Rocky. Conversations around Hardrock was that why wasn't he dropping, and allegedly he was in the military or something like that. I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure, but after over a year since the last album, we got this new album, One of One. This album is very interesting to me because Hardrock has some really good songs on here, but also has some songs where he's trying some new styles, like for example, Complicated and Barry. Now, personally, those new styles don't quite hit for me, although I did see quite a bit of talk online about people liking those tracks. What I kind of want to delve into about this project is what this means for Hardrock. It's clear Hardrock on this project wanted to separate himself from the whole Opium sound. If you remember, about 10 months back, everyone was assuming Hardrock would sign with Opium because his sound was so similar to that of Opium. I think Hardrock with this project really decided that he didn't want to be a part of that camp because he had different aspirations than just signing to Playboi Carti. Hardrock on One of One also uses his voice in a few different ways than previously. You can hear Hardrock throughout this project developing a style he's clearly going with. If I had to compare this album to something, it'd be Yeat's 4L. I say this because Yeat was still figuring out how to use his beats and his voice and ad-libs all together the right way with his style. But you can tell on that project Yeat had something cooking, it just would take a little more work. And that's how I feel about this Hardrock project. It's not perfect, but it's very interesting. If Hardrock plays his cards right, and in late 2023 or 2024, drops another album with songs like Promises and Kick Doors and Wave, I think he will really blow up, just like Yeat did with Up To Me. I could be wrong in hyping up Hardrock too much. I really feel like Hardrock is that next guy to really blow up. Again, it will take that hard work and understanding what your fans really want to hear from you. Now, as far as why this project is interesting for the underground, is because right now, there are a lot of artists that are kind of bubbling around the underground into the mainstream. Artists like Dom Corleo, Sofago, Ken Carson, and Summers. And I see Hardrock as potentially being that guy who can pass all of them and become the next guy in hip-hop to really change things up. I just see Hardrock making all the right moves. Yes, some songs were misses, but the hits were really good. Hardrock barely even has a social media presence, and he's one of the most talked about underground artists. Now, yes, I understand that this is still kind of the Playboi Carti thing with being mysterious, but I think Hardrock just uses his social media to promote his music and flex his lifestyle here and there. I mean, it is a part of being a rapper, right? Thing I want to talk about is the tracks I'd say to check out, but one last thing on why I see Hardrock potentially blowing up. I mentioned this a little earlier, but his voice I've found very easily digestible, but he's also very versatile with how he uses his voice. In some tracks he's straight up singing and it sounds decent. So like I said earlier, no, this project is not one that has a hit and is gonna propel him into the mainstream. However, this project was a great step in the right direction for Hardrock, and I could see it growing on a lot of people over time. Oh, lastly, the songs I'd say to check out would be Kick Doors, Wave, Promises, Range/Era, and Out of Place. But I will say, if you are willing, just give the album itself a couple listens in its entirety. It's not too long, and it really does show Hardrock's versatility. Let me know what you thought of One of One, and let me know what you thought of this take, and thanks for watching.